Welcome to the latest and the greatest review channel ever on YouTube. If you like what you see, please hit that subscribe button. I'm using the Comico lav microphone, dual lav microphone. Go check it out on Amazon. It was paid for by a sponsor, sent to us to review. We did it. Now I'm using it in videos. So Comico, if you're watching, see, I am still using your products. I love your products. I think they're great products. Check them out. I ordered something from Amazon for iPhone 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, whatever they're on, XR, XS, XXL. And I had Amazon credit from another problem I had with them because they were double charging me money. And so I got $5 off. It is a SanDisk USB 2 Lightning Thunderbolt, whatever the hell it's called, flash drive. Gives you extra memory on your iPhone, iPad, iOS devices. Something that's weird is that I had the iXpand SanDisk for the iPad with a lightning cable, and it could also work on iPhones back then as well. But this was back in 2015, 2016 when they first came out, and I had no problem with transferring and copying and playing music and stuff. This one, supposedly, a lot of the reviews say that it deletes stuff. A lot of the reviews say that it doesn't work. A lot of the reviews say that you can't play music from it. A lot of the reviews say that videos and photo files don't work and that it doesn't work on their computer, so they have to reformat it and lose everything when they transfer files from their computer to their iPhone or from their iPhone to their computer. Usually with issues like that, when it doesn't read on your computer, you have to format it in the disk utility on a Mac or on my computer on a Windows computer, and then usually all your issues just go away. Now, someone said to check for the green dot when I contacted SanDisk. Check for the green dot, and it should mean it's the updated version, but I am not seeing a green dot on this at all. And it is USB 3.0, if you're wondering what the flash drive connection is. And this, I'm going to look at a copyright. 2018, so this has to be a newer one, because I believe these came out in 2017 for the newer iPhones. But this is what it will look like. You can get it at Walmart for $39.98. Me getting the $5 off, I got it for $34 on Amazon.com. And I got the 64 gigabyte. They have a 128 and a 256. I heard the 128 and 256s don't work that well. But again, lots of issues people have reported. A lot of people said that they had no issues at all. Again, if it's not reading on your Mac, you should pre-format this to MS or MX-DOS on disk utility. I don't remember the lettering because I'm still getting used to Macs. But yeah, then it should read. It needs to be exFAT or FAT32 formatted. You should not do NTSC because a lot of devices don't support it unless you're on a Windows computer. They don't support NTSC where you can have files of greater than 4 gigabytes. Macs, you usually can't have greater than 4 gigabytes, otherwise it won't read it, or the program won't work, or the song won't play, or something like that. It's weird. Devices are weird. Phones are the same way. SD cards are usually the same way as well. So you need to format it. I would recommend formatting this first. I got this one. There are two different versions of this. There's the bendy one, like this, that bends over the back of your phone. And then there's one that goes straight out. Now, I'm going to be listening to music and recording video. And I don't want something straight out where I knock it into a table corner, I put it in my pocket, and I bend over to pick something up, and then it just snaps in two. So this one is the bendy one. The one that doesn't bend is like $4 cheaper. But then again, I got it for $5 cheaper. So, you know, it evened out. But yes, I am going to test this out. Let's see. For people that want the specs, it works for iPhone and iPads and anyone that has a USB out. So it could be a tablet that has a USB. You can transfer stuff, but you won't be able to, you know, you won't be able to transfer it to like your phone because it's not an Android, it's an iOS one. USB 3.0 and lightning cable. Free up space on your iPhone or iPad. Automatically back up your photos and videos. Turn that off. When I did have my iPad one, I turned that off, and then I had everything worked fine. I could play music and stuff from it as well. I am going to format this. I think I have my Mac still turned on. Yes, I do. So I can just go and format it. Speeds may vary, it says on the back, like transferring from your iPhone to the flash drive, then from your flash drive to your Mac or Windows, it does say speeds may vary. If your computer has not a USB 3.0 connector, it may not work, but that's very rare. Usually they do work. They're just slower. It just converts it to 2.0, but some don't read 3.0 at all. Very, very few, but some just don't. And Amazon is known for selling fakes in recent years, so I'm hoping this isn't a really good-looking fake. But again, the one I had for the iPad was just a big square block that was, like I described earlier, just solid. And I never had any problems because I'm careful with my stuff usually. I'm really careful with my stuff. The only issue I had was what I just described a few moments ago. But it wasn't anything with transferring or seeing stuff. I could play music. It was amazing. I even did my college on it, transferred my PDF files. But again, it didn't look like this one. It was older. It was when they first came out. And usually the newer things don't work as well. You got to get like some kind of product quality control. But no, it actually worked right when it came out. This one, being later, I'm shocked that it has as many negative reviews as it does. Sometimes I'm wondering if it is device failure or user incompetence. Because I don't know these people's level of skill, their knowledge of computers and stuff. But yeah, here it is. I love how it has the nice SanDisk logo etched in it. Boom. Beautiful. Oh. Okay, yeah. So you cannot bend this straight out. You can only bend it up and over the back of your phone usually. And it is very stiff. This doesn't really smell. There's no odor to it. There's no Steve Odenkirk to it. I'm going to unplug this, and usually people are like, well, why don't you show us? Well, if you have a Mac, just go to Disk Utility. It's on the Control Center, Command Center, Launchpad, whatever you call it. Doesn't really matter. It's all really the same thing. It's like the Start menu, but all your stuff is out in the open. It's like Windows 8.1, where all your stuff is just bam right there when you hit the Start button. So I'm going to format this. It does show up. Yeah, music. Yeah. This is exactly like my other one. So it already has a music folder with some test songs on it. Photos. It has some test photos for you to test it. And videos. It has test videos. So it should already be... Let me check if I can... And I'm transferring stuff over. And speeds are... It's done. It transferred a... What size is this? It transferred a 203.9 megabyte video file in 3 seconds. And my Mac Mini 2012 has a USB 3.0, like 3.0 ports, 4 of them. So, that's pretty fast. This is great for videographers. It's great for anyone that takes a lot of photos and a lot of videos. They said on Amazon you cannot use this to read text files, but I believe once you have the app, I know for a fact that since I was in college when I had mine, I was able to read PDF files that my teacher wanted us to read over on my iPad. So I'm pretty certain it's user incompetence. They just don't have the right app installed. How is this formatted for those that may or may not need to? Let's see. It is formatted as an MS-DOS, MS-DOS, which is FAT32. So if you are on Windows, make sure you format it as FAT32. If you're on Mac, it's already done for you. So I'm going to test it on my iPhone now, and then I'll make another video in a few seconds because I'm recording on my iPhone. Okay, I did some tests on it. It works, transferring works. The issue that I have with the flash drive is the music player. It'll recognize some folders, but other folders it will not recognize. So it'll just put all of the songs that it doesn't recognize the folder to in like whatever file, the root folder that you're transferring everything into. So if you have like Molly Hatchet, I don't know why anyone except deep Southerners would have Molly Hatchet songs in a Molly Hatchet folder. If the device, when you're transferring it from your computer or another SD card to the device, doesn't recognize the Molly Hatchet folder, it'll put them all in like the main folder that you're transferring to, like the music folder. Instead of the Molly Hatchet folder inside the music folder, it'll put it just inside the music folder. So I have songs all over the place. I have some that are in the folder, some that are not. Video transfers, it gets pretty hot. And I don't mean in an attractive way. It gets pretty hot. It heats up a lot. So those Amazon reviews were right. And also, the difference with this one is that this one, like my other iPad flash drive, actually charged, so it wouldn't take your phone battery or iPad battery. This one, it just drains directly from the battery, so your battery goes down 1% every like 2 or 3 minutes instead of 1% every 10 to 20 minutes. So it does do quite a hefty drain. Transferring files from the iPhone to the flash drive will create an issue of it also overheating while it's plugged directly into the iPhone or the iPad. It'll start to overheat. Your battery drains way faster than if you're just playing music from it. But music does play. I'm going to leave them a comment on their app, and then I'm going to send SanDisk an email. If you want to skip like to a part of a song, unlike on iTunes and unlike on Android where you go to the music player, you can just like tap a part on the little song line and it just skips right to that part. This one you have to be so specific. You have to specifically hold it from wherever the red line is and scooch it over to the part that you want. And you can't hear it. It doesn't have scrubbing, so you can't hear like what part it's on. You have to, and it is so difficult to get it right on the line. Because if you don't get it exactly on the line, it'll swipe to the next song. It is so frustrating. It's so infuriating that to do that. If you're going to get one of these, I recommend buying a spare battery or two. Actually, maybe 3 or 4 spare batteries for like $30. iFixit.com has the best iPhone batteries that you can get besides Apple. Apple won't just sell you the battery. They used to, but they don't do it anymore. So you have to get like iFixit. iFixit, I've used them for multiple cell phone batteries. Samsung Galaxy S3, S5, J3, Grand Prime, Motorola Droid 2, which they used to have years ago. And I assume their iPhone batteries are reliable as well. But they're like $30. So because the more you recharge your phone, it lessens the length of the battery life. So if you're going to use this and it's draining at like 1% every 2 to 3 minutes instead of 10 or 20 minutes like usual, your phone battery is going to last maybe a year and a half, maybe 2 years if you're lucky before you start getting like it shutting down. So this does drain the battery quite a bit. You can record directly to it. I hope you probably saw it in the video earlier where it said if you want to record directly to the flash drive, hit this icon on the top left when you load the iXpand app up. The issue with that is it does not support 4K. It'll record and then stop recording. And I don't know if it supports 1080 at 60 FPS, but I'm certain someone said that they recorded 1080 at 30 and it worked fine. And pictures, I mean, you're not really going to have an issue with pictures. It doesn't convert them to another file type like some of these do. It keeps it the same file type. Yeah, it is worth it. It's worth it, but the only thing so far that I can tell is that I don't like is definitely the music. The music could be a lot better. It needs to just copy the file and folder all the way over. Copy it entirely over. Don't give me any excuse for, oh, we couldn't detect the folder. Well, you found the songs in it, and the folder is just a 0 KB file. I don't understand that. That, and definitely the music scrubbing. That's another thing I would fix on it, because, God, it is annoying when I'm trying to get to a specific part of a song, and then I'm like, and then it switches to the next song. God, it's so annoying. And also, if you even move it just a little bit, and you see like the little music icon start to switch, and then it flips back, even if it's on the same song, it stops playing and restarts the song. That's really annoying. So fix the music interface, and make it more like iTunes, the iTunes app on iPhone. And then we'll be set. Like this thing will almost be perfect. And if they can somehow, when you're not transferring files like from your phone to the device or from the device to your phone, if they could somehow lower the power output, because playing music doesn't drain that much battery from an SD card to a tablet or an Android phone. So, like, if they could find a way to low power mode when you're just listening to music or watching a video. I know video takes more power than music, but it doesn't take that much more on an Android or something like that. If they can just like streamline it to take less power when you're not doing transfers and stuff, that would be awesome.